Hi, it's Susie from Pink Diamond Guide. How is everyone today? Just back with the Twin Flame update, just having a look at what's going on with the energies and how they might be affecting twins, particularly twins who are currently in separation. You've just got me today. I'm going to do this reading on myself, so I'll draw for I read from the perspective from the Divine Feminine because that's who we connect with the most. But Divine Masculine, you are more than welcome here if you're tuning in. The messages will still resonate. The energy at the moment has been, we've been working through the ideas of edification, and I think there's definitely a shift taking place in I don't want to call it a selfish energy, but I want to call it a self-focused energy in wanting to, everybody's perspectives needing to be validated on some level. I'm picking up this self-focused level of energy, which is, and the big thing is just like signs all the time that are just like making this journey about you at the moment, like it's just and I think like this will be playing out on both sides of the coin. I don't think, oh, hi Charlie. I might move Charlie along. See, even Charlie's self-focused at the moment. He wants to be in the reading. Can you sit to the side maybe? Hang on, I'll just sorry about that. He's got his own chair next to me now. Hopefully he'll just sit and enjoy the reading without jumping all over the table. What was I saying? It feels like a self-focused energy. It's come right into I don't know, into my focus of going, the need for inner balance is really on point, and the messages that are coming at us are designed to be edification for the individual journey. So it feels like more edification about who we are and where we're going versus really edifying the relationship side of the scenario. So that would feel like, yeah, I think that's the crux of how I wanted to put it across. It's self-focused for the point of the journey, and it's less about the relationship ideals and probably more about mission at this point. Not that it's ascension lessons. That's what I want to sort of clarify. It's more that it validates what we've just been through. Okay, let's have a look. Divine Feminine. Oh, righto, Ace of Cups. See, like, honestly, and then Four of Swords. This feels very, very on point. There's the Four of Wands over there, held safe and sound. Here's our Empress Energy, Devil Energy, yep. And then we've got the Ace of Swords. I'm not even kidding. I feel like this reading's on point already. We've got the Chariot, the Page of Swords, the Three of Wands. We've got, is that just one there? Yep. We've got the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. Oh, there she is. There's our Nine of Pentacles. Gee, she's been prevalent, hasn't she, lately? Our little Miss Independent, little Miss Strength. Oh, look, and there's our Queen of Pentacles and our Knight of Cups. These stories aren't missing. They're repeating energies. But I'm not going to take those. I'm just noting that they're there. Righto. Pennies from heaven. This is not a surprise, right? We've been feeling this, all of the information that's been coming down at us. So Spirit's saying we're probably going to be ramping up for, I don't suggest that we're going to go through another big round of ascension energy where it's like really just thrown in the deep end of trying to learn something new. I really feel like this energy is about transmuting the lessons. See this? It's like it's all in the air. All of the mechanics are flying and we're moving in. If this is you sitting down on the ground, seriously, this is how it's been playing out for me, and you can let me know if you've been similar. And you look up and it's like all the signs are flying across the sky. It's like you can't miss them. You can't miss them. And I want to shout out, Michelle. I see you've actually called it out as a billboard that you couldn't miss. This is how this energy is playing out right now. I've definitely had it. I've had it through music. I've had it through words I've seen around me. I've had it through coming back through clients that I read for. I've just had it everywhere. Even this necklace I wear has become like, you're probably not going to be able to see it. I might put a photo in there to show you, but essentially I wear this. It's like a sun that has a center and it sits on a disc. Even the necklace I wear has become validation of a sacred geometry lesson. It's just like everywhere I turn, everything I see, everyone I talk to is validating the lessons. Everything's a sign. Everything's a signpost. It's like you just can't miss it, right? And then here it's going, we've been through these levels of ascension, right? And it might be that you're not sleeping so well at the moment because your mind's on overdrive, or that you're spending time before you sleep just letting these thoughts settle, trying to get your ducks in a row, trying to line up the thoughts so that they're, like you're getting edified over here. And then when you get into a quiet space, you're going, wow, I got edified on that, got edified on that, I got edified on that. All of this information, stack it all up and having the universe say, yeah, everything you believe to be true is true. Here's my proof. Here's where I validate it out in the real world for you. I think we're going to go through that energy just for a minute. This is where we come into crystal clear focus, and we've got the Ace of Swords there. I'm not going to, dodge the fact that I can see that Ace of Swords sitting there as our likely outcome, because this is what this push from the universe is to put signs directly in our path. And our job is to go, all right, my thoughts are all in a row now. My ducks are lining up. All of this information that Spirit has given me now all makes sense. And here's the edification. The next job will be to do something with it. And we talked about that yesterday with that balancing of the masculine energy. Yeah, look here, ships coming in. This idea of going, here's my purpose. I understand what I'm meant to do. I'm not standing at the crossroads of the Two of Wands. I'm walking towards the purpose of the information. And here, I want to talk about it. I want to express what I know. I want to express what I've learned. I want to move it forward in some capacity. And then here comes the Chariot that says, not only are we going to move forward in some capacity, but we're going to charge forward. We're going to push you really nicely into the next phase of the journey. Now, what we're moving into as September rolls around, the energy has a lot of destiny attached to it. There's a couple of like minor energies that most of the time you might overlook that this time will actually have some level of significance. They call it a semi-sextile, and it's normally like a minor influence, but the way this one comes around, it's I think how they express it's North Node semi-sextile to Chiron, and it happens a couple of times. Like the sequence repeats, and I think it's because of that repetition that they're not saying, because I'm not an astrologer, I just look at the energies. I let them do the work and figure it out. I just take the information after they've done the study. But they're saying that because the energy is repeating, it really does set up for a couple of course corrections, because Chiron is all about it's a healing energy, and then the North Node is like your destiny space. The North Node is a placement of the moon, and that's all about destiny, and we've got destiny and healing lining up. So it's like any time, and this semi-sextile influence, it's a minor influence, but if you can have enough, imagine what it's like when, a kid's sticking their hand in the cookie jar, right? And they put their hand in, and you tap their hand and go, no, you can't just help yourself to the cookie jar. You have to do, you have to eat your vegetables, right? Let's say that's the scenario. And the kid keeps putting his hand in the cookie jar and putting his hand in the cookie jar, and you tap his hand away enough that the course correction takes place. Eventually you take the bloody cookie jar away, and the lesson is learned. You can't put your hand in the cookie jar. So this is about a repetitive course correction connected to destiny. So every time that they're going to put their hand in the cookie jar, it's going to have a course correction. Now, we're all going to feel this, right? This is why I say, it feels to me like we're going to come into very, very sharp clarity over what it is. Like, Spirit is not hiding the lesson from us. We've been given all the information, we've given all the signs, and we've got time in this little window to stack up all the information so that it makes sense to us, and that we're able to then go, righto, I know what it is I've got to do. I want to talk about it, I want to move forward, and I want to move forward at a rate of knots of understanding. Now, if free will is a powerful force, right? So if you get to this Three of Wands energy and you go, oh, I want to go this way instead of that way, I want to go that way instead of this way, this is going to be a level of course correction this next couple of weeks till we get to the middle of the month where the true harvest really begins. Look, here comes the true harvest, is, the Ace of Cups. But in between time, if you get to this Three of Wands and you are not moving in the path that you're destined under, look, reality is right 100% of the time. So you're only going to move towards what you're aligned with at this point. So if union's what you're aligned with, you'll move towards it. If what you're aligned with is understanding the divine more, you'll move towards it. If what you're aligned with is tapping out of the journey, you'll move towards it. This is where destiny is going to make course corrections towards getting you where you need to go. You'll want to talk about it. You'll want to express what you learn and what you know and how you perceive yourself moving forward. And you're going to want to charge ahead. You're not going to be able to, how I want to phrase it, is you most likely will not be able to get this wrong, because if you get off course, you'll get the course correction, right? Okay, I do hope that makes sense. So what the direct push from the universe is the Ace of Cups. And this is what I was saying to you, fresh new energy coming in. The ace is new. We know this. Ace is all about starting again, a fresh new push. So what is your fresh new level of understanding about self-love, twin flame love, and divine love? Fresh new understandings, fresh new energy. That is the direct push under this next little cycle of energy. It's almost like there's like a mini cycle within the bigger cycle, and there's a bunch of big cycles playing out. But this little one kind of plays out between, it started, I think the first one of those was around the 29th, and I think there's I believe there's 3 little of these course corrections that happen between now and the 6th of September before we actually move to that harvest moon in the middle of the month. And then we also move into Mercury retrograde, which is a time when we're likely to have connections from the past come back around. So how I'm playing this out, how this makes sense in my mind is if a window is opening for unions to come online, and if it's not your union that comes online, it's the next layer of your connection to come online, between now and when the middle of the month comes around, anywhere that you might be off course, anywhere that they might be off course, is going to go through a couple of course corrections. Can that land people in a tower? Yes, if necessary, it can. That tower energy where everything breaks down. So it's like, you put your hand in the cookie jar, I'm going to smack it away as many times as I need to, till you understand that I don't want your hand in the cookie jar. And then what I want you to do is eat your vegetables. So that's the course that we're going to take. You'll get enough course corrections for you to understand what this new push of love is all about. So is the new push of love union? For some it will be. Is the new push of love understanding of the divine? Always. Is it more understanding of self? Yes, I would almost say definitely. This is definitely moving into that higher understanding of the nature of love, under the way that love will look as we're moving into the new energies that twin flames are leading us all into. How are you showing up right now? Doing some deliberate healing, right? Put me in this space. I would definitely say I'm showing up in this energy right now. I cannot, honestly, I just want to spend time sitting and healing and connecting with the divine, and it's a deliberate space of healing right now. Asking questions of like, here's all the signs, right? So I'll go out into the universe and I'll go, righto, Spirit, you've given me these lessons, I've had all the signs, and now I want to sit and have this time in meditation, or even in this time before sleep, to just sit and align and balance. If the window is open for the next chapter, to the next wave of energy is to really charge forward, I want to be prepared. I want to be settled. I want to be grounded. I want to know. I want to hear the divine's voice clearly. I want to hear my twin's voice clearly. And sometimes Ricky and I can have a bit of white noise around us, and I would suggest that your connection will too. So over the next few weeks, I will expect that there's going to be course corrections with both sides of the coin. How do I want to manage my course correction, Divine Feminine? I want to be in meditation. I want to go, if I'm going off course, help me understand what it is I'm meant to do next. Okay, let the signs play out for whatever knowledge has come towards you, but then make sure you're getting some time. Like, this is deliberate time in healing and meditation. It's deliberate, and it's designed to bring you into a place of knowledge and balance. Right, what's in your soul space? This is what I'm talking about, right? Here's our Four of Wands twin flame connection, and it's sitting in our soul space. It's safe and sound. And I speak about this sometimes, that you've got to put the connection itself in a heart-shaped box and put it up on the shelf, because right now what it's all about is getting you right for the next window to unpack. The window, like the seal is cracked. This energy is coming in, and we've got a little space where it's like going, course correction, course correction, course correction. Yes, you're on track. Boom. We're ready for the next phase of these next wave of twins to come together. Hold it in your soul space. Hold it safe. Know that it's always in the 5D. This connection has always been fine. You've never ever been separated in 5D. That source energy that lives up in 5D is always intact, and you can lean into it anytime you like. You can spend time in twin flame love anytime that you get into this meditation space. You can sit in the perfect nature of your 5D twin flame connection. You can sit in the perfect nature of your higher self-conscious energy and divine energy. And this is what I'm feeling this little space is all about right now, is any course corrections that are necessary on what you understand this love to be. You're going to find it now. You're going to see it in your meditation spaces, and you're going to get physical representations. This is manifest, like, it's validation, it's edification, and it's manifesting of the proof that what you know to be true is true. What is your struggle right now is Empress Energy. It's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot to be the Empress, isn't it, Divine Feminine? Because the Empress, what does she do? She nurtures and she tends to. She looks after her loved ones. She cares for her home. She cares for others around her. She listens to the voice of the cosmos. She feels the grounding energy of Mother Earth, and she is rock solid. The Empress is all that. And sometimes when you're getting course corrections, Empress, it can feel a little tough to be able to manage everything that you've got going on in your Empress energy, and to still put a smile. I have a bit of a joke around here, and I go, oh, you need me to be Susie Sunshine today. You know, like, sometimes it's hard to be Susie Sunshine when the demands of Empress energy are so intense. It's looking after your kids. It's looking after, you know, like, it's family, friends, relationships. You know, if your twin is in your life, then, you know, looking after them. Looking after if your twin connection is being nurtured in 5D. That's being in your life, you know, like, it's nurturing all of those relationships. It's managing the messages of the cosmos and the divine, and trying to stay rock solid, and then being Susie Sunshine, right? Sometimes it's a lot. Righto. What we've got as some advice from Spirit is here. Look, the devil comes in, and this is why I want to say that there's the ability for course corrections to play out here is intense, because it's not often that we see the devil come in as advice for the Divine Feminine these days, is it? Like, at the start of your journey, we might have seen this toxic energy come around as representative of being obsessive or pushing us into chaser energy. But I'm not seeing it as necessarily being that way, represented this way at this point in time. I'm seeing the devil energy is just, we've had to have this rise in our masculine energy for us to come into a level of balance. And that's a very action-oriented energy. Now, the kicker of that is that you can struggle when you're being so pushed by the needs of the world. Because I'm not seeing this as a negative devil, and I never see the devil as negative. He just is. He's just a force that exists because he has to. Now, for whatever purpose that the devil is showing up for us this time, it is knocking us out of our Empress space of feeling like we can manage it all and feel completely okay. So the world is beckoning. Do you have a lot of responsibilities right now? Do you have a lot of stress and struggles? Is money a problem? Is, do you feel like, oh gosh, I could really just have a drink to knock the edge off? Is the world calling to you and saying, to try and knock you out of Empress energy? Now, the universe comes into, this is a cautionary tale. The devil never goes away, and it doesn't matter how ascended you get. Look how ascended Jesus Christ was, and look how the devil came at him and said, are you sure you're going to do this journey? Are you sure you can complete your mission? This is kind of where you sit, isn't it? It's like between the devil and the divine. And isn't it funny, because a couple of days ago, in last week, we were talking, this was the big push for the masculine, was the dance between the devil and the divine. Now, the last reading that we did here, it was going, the feminine has risen in masculine energies, and now she's got the dance between the devil and the divine. Are you going to stick with your journey, divine feminine? Are you going to push through? And can you be Susie Sunshine while you do it? Sometimes it's a little tough. It's a little tough, but what do I know? Your connection is safe. However this dance plays out, as your masculine energy rises. And remember, I said at the start of the reading, I said I'm feeling it's like a little self-focused. It's a little. The other energy that I'm sort of leaning in on is that jealousy might rise up as a force. Jealousy or wanting to control the situation, because self-focused energy is, whereas the Empress, she's really devoid of these energies, isn't she? She doesn't have to worry too much about how those lower vibes come at her. But the universe is saying you might go through a round of it, divine feminine. This little push and this little course correction, this place where it says, do I really want this journey, or do I don't, or do I not? Do I just want to go back to the crossroads and choose another path? Maybe there's something in that says that maybe there's a big self-focus to go, what am I truly feeling here? Where are the low vibing energies come from, and what do I need to do about them? The likely outcome is you're going to come into absolute clarity on what you need to do. This is focus 101. And here, look how these energies start and finish. You come in with the push from the universe is to, again, understand self-love, twin love, divine love. You are that original scoop from that latent soul energy, and you're going to come into crystal clear understanding. Now, sometimes when lessons are cemented within us, there's like you go through a learning, and then there's a test. It's kind of like when you're at school. You go through a learning. All right, Empress, I see you. You think what's going on. Here's your test. Are you really sitting in Empress energy? Are you really aware of everything that do you know what you think you know? Have you done everything you need to do to prepare for the next round of this journey? Yeah, we know your lesson, your relationship, your twin flame relationship, it's safe. You've got that fully locked away. But can you deal with the world? Can you deal with the world and what your twin relationship looks like? Now, what I want to say to you is when these relationships come back online, say this does manifest in 3D, and you start unpacking the things that tore you apart in the first place. what were the devil energies that tore you apart in the first place? And how are you going to manage them this time around if they're in your face? Will you be able to stay in Empress energy, or will it knock you out? Will it put you back at the 2 of Wands instead of pursuing the 3? This is why I feel like it's a self-focused energy, and it's really a time of going, how will I deal with those energies? How will I not just fall into a place where, you know, and it's, I'm going to retrospect here, and it sounds like it's an easy thing to do. All you want is your twin to come back, right? That's all you want. And then when they do, and when you're in that space and you're together, and then the world comes around and goes, oh, I remember what you did to me. Oh, I remember. And you can see it. Sometimes it's, you know, you know why they went through what they went through. You have massive empathy for their pain. You have massive empathy for the process, because you know that they're as much messed up in this cycle as you are, and that the doctrine dictates that all of these things have to be burnt off and learned and all that. And you can get to that place. You can sit there and go, yeah, I know why all of that happened and I'm cool with it. And then another cycle will come around, another peak in the energy will come around that puts you into self-focused energy and go, you mother, for what you put me through, right? And you can have peaks of jealousy, peaks of insecurity, peaks of feeling like you know, want to pull back. And I'm going to be bluntly honest with the fact that, you know, I'm so grateful we've got to the point of union where we're able to understand the intricacies of why those things are playing out for us, and that we don't run away from each other. But it doesn't stop it being real. It doesn't stop the fact that there's been betrayals along the way. That betrayal energy is massive. Humans are inbuilt with, you know, from the time, they reckon it develops as soon, it could be from birth, but it's at least as soon as 3 to 6 months old. Like that first window of life that we have, we develop a fear of abandonment, and our twins enact that upon us in the most savage way. And then we spend all of this time trying to do everything that's needed, knowing, you know, we do go through chaser where we just want them back, and then we get to the point where we go, we know that this is secure, we know why, but then the reality of them coming back actually is that it does trigger the you know, everything that we've been through to get them into this place, or to get us both into this place where we understand what it's all about. And sometimes when the cycles are particularly sharp, like our Jupiter Chiron retrograde, and we've got the what have we got? Uranus in retrograde with Taurus. We've got Neptune retrograde going through Pisces, and these energies, Pluto in Capricorn. There's a couple of really big cycles in there that are all about diving in to where your deep-seated pain sits. And because we then have these little course corrections playing out, they spike the energies and they go, are you sure you've healed all that? Are you sure that you're on the right track? Do you want to come back to the crossroads and have another think about it? This plays out. It plays out whether you're in union, it plays out whether you're in separation, it plays out if you're just talking to the divine. These energies are designed to teach us the depths and breadths of what it is to be on a twin flame soul ascension journey. And if the devil comes out again, I go, righto, nice to meet you. What do I need to learn? Let's go toe to toe and figure this out, because I do want to stay in my Empress energy. And I do want to be Susie Sunshine, because that's where I feel most at ease. I'm a pretty jolly person most of the time. But when the devil wants to dance with me and go, where's your dark side, Susie? What is being held in those spaces that you don't show other people? How can I trigger them out on display? Jupiter and Chiron want that magnified healing. And the only way that those dark spaces are going to be seen is if they get triggered. I get triggered by jealousy. I get triggered by insecurity. I get triggered. Is this going to stay together? And, you know, like, all of those things are very, very real. And, you know, they don't just go away because you come back into union. This is what I want to make clear. So the way you're feeling them in separation, I'm feeling them in union, and I'm working through the process of staying in the Empress energy. So the reason I'm doing what I'm doing here is because I want you, you know, I want to help as much as I can, because these trigger points, they're massive. Do I understand them more at this point of the journey? Definitely. I understand them far better than I ever did when I was in separation, of why these devil energies get cast upon the divine feminine, because they're not our natural space, but they've been cast upon us by our twins, by and large, of having these deep-seated feelings of rejection, which then has its, and that's like a fear that has been with us nearly since we've been born. And that fear has tangents, fear has tentacles, and its tentacles are words like jealousy and invalidation and feeling insecure and feeling troubled, feeling selfish, feeling like I'm knocked out of my Empress energy. But we're going to fight for it, aren't we, Divine Feminine? We're going to fight to keep clarity. And look, focus and clarity is understanding that the devil is here to do exactly that, to put those dark things on display so that they can be under the spotlight, so that we can heal them, so that we can stay in our Empress energy. Righto, what's going on with Divine Masculine? Let's grab these cards over here. I'll give them a bit of a shuffle. What have we got going on for Divine Masculine? Divine, what have we got? Let's see what the current influence on our Divine Masculine is under what I'm going to call a self-focused energy. What has Divine Masculine got going on? Oh, really? Oh. See, still my heart, still my heart, still my heart. Oh, wow. Do you see it? Oh, yeah, look. This is a read, isn't it, Divine Feminine? Holy moly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Wow, I hope you've hung in this long, because this reading just turned into a cracker. Look what we've got playing out here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, right? Which is the push for the Divine Masculine to get on mission and to understand the journey. This Pentacle is... this is a cracker. Look at this. The Ten of Pentacles. The Divine wants the Divine Masculine to have it all. To have it all. Anything to offer this Pentacle to Divine Masculine is to bring him into the Ten of Pentacles. Is this you, Divine Feminine? Is the Divine saying to Divine Masculine, your 10th Pentacle, the way to bring you forward, the way to get you charging on in life, is to know what your Ten of Pentacles looks like. Wow, that's a set. What have we got in here? Oh, you just can't read about it. Oh, I'm sorry. This is an intense read, isn't it? Look at what's here. Justice. The return of karma for the Divine Masculine to get on mission. Look at this. Look at this. Get on mission. Here's your 10th Pentacle. Get moving forward. This is like, this could not be a bigger kick in the butt to move forward, which is what I'm predicting September will look like. It will look like, let's move you onto your destiny where you can have everything you want. And what's in the next layer of energy? It's the balancing out of the karma, right? The Ace of Swords. Let's swing that sword of truth and go all of the work that's been done. I don't think for a second, I do not think for a second that Divine Masculine has missed the signs. I don't think he's missed the edification. Look at this sword of truth that he wields in his hand. And he knows that there's got to be a return of balance, right? There has to be a return of balance. It cannot be all about the Divine Masculine all the time. And you know what? It's not, because look what this push is. You are Divine Feminine, you are, and you know what he knows about you? You are the most sincere offer of love that he has ever known. This is pure, and he is able to drink from that cup, and there's nothing toxic about it. The divine is doing everything possible, divine feminine, to wake divine masculine up. This Ace of Pentacles, this fresh new start on mission, this fresh new start in life, this fresh new start in stability will push the Chariot forward. The divine is literally driving this under this cosmic energy. Here is divine masculine in all his glory, charging forward towards his Ten of Pentacles. And his Ten of Pentacles is understood to be you. He could have everything else in life going for him, but what the 10 is having this divine connection come online, led by wisdom over here. This could be the divine watching over you both, and these loyal companions here. Look, spirit guides and angels, all of this stable structure as you get about your life's work of your soul ascension journey, being on mission with your twin. Look at this, the stars over his head. You can't miss it, can you, divine feminine? Look at him. He's a king now. He's charging forward. This is a whole different energy for you, isn't it? This is the push, though. Understand, this is the push that's coming from the universe. The push is, and look, I see Saturn going retrograde through Aquarius. Now that wraps up by the end of October, right? So for mine, and we've got Mercury in Libra, which is communication and its balance. So we've got all of these forces playing out right now to bring the right level of karma back to this connection. And what does that look like? It looks like the Empress and the Queen of Cups. Oh my word. Oh my word. This is the best indicator yet that all the signs that the masculine is receiving point him in the direction of his beautiful twin flame divine feminine counterpart. What is the direct push from the universe? Look, shall we do it? Shall we do it? Ace of Cups, that was the divine scoop, the original divine scoop. Where did he put it? He put it into two vessels, you and your divine counterpart. You both hold this energy, right? Divine feminine, you've been forced to understand separation deeply. I don't think divine masculine understands the deep concepts behind it yet, right? What does he understand? I know that you're important. The universe is pushing upon divine masculine that these two people should be together, that there is a connection. It is undeniable. It is beyond what I've ever known before, and I need to have it in my life. Here you are holding the knowledge, right? You are the one holding the knowledge of why this connection never feels like it's separate. Because as it started, we're going to go split particle theory. If this was you starting as one scoop, right? And then you came down to the earth plane and the divine says, right, now you're two particles. Same as the split particle theory. They split one particle, they put them 20 miles apart. The force that was applied on this one affected this one over here. And there was nothing between them. But what this proves is that there's not nothing in the nothing. There's a something. There is a something between these two cups that can never be broken. It joins you together all the time. And if you apply a force over here, it's going to affect this one over here. Particle A, particle B, divine feminine, divine masculine. You apply a force, it's going to shake this one up. What have you come into understanding of? You've come into understanding of self-love, twin love, and divine love. That is what the Ace of Cups represents to me in a twin flame reading. Like, I know it has other connotations when we're not talking twin flames, but for mine, this is what this understanding is, that the Ace of Cups was that original scoop. Here is the chalice of the divine, and he scooped you up out of latent potential, and he said, then I'm going to separate this energy into two vessels. This would be one human, the Ace of Cups, right? One human. But when he siphons it equally into two cups, you have two vessels, two humans with the same soul blueprint, the same latent soul energy went into two vessels, you and your divine counterpart. You understood it first, divine feminine. Now the divine masculine is going, I get it, don't necessarily know why. I don't necessarily know why. You're the one with the knowledge. They're feeling the push to bring these two vessels back together. Right, how are they showing up? They're in the pre-harvest. Exactly what I said, right? We're about to go through a little phase that is all about course corrections. So if he's feeling the push, and you saw what was under that deck, it's you, right? If he's feeling the push, if you're the one that's on his mind, and he's feeling this, but it's pre-harvest. So if he's on his way to your house, he's typing the message in his phone, right? This will be the time where he goes, oh, yeah, no, I'm not sure I'll do that. Oh, yeah, I'm going to. I'm definitely going to. And then, no, I won't. So he gets in that will I, won't I? And the universe will be pushing him to make the decision. And when he veers off the road, the universe will be the one that turns him back onto the road and goes, or starts typing the message again. He gets the push from the universe to bring this together. And then his reasoning may or may not, depending on how stubborn he is, depending on his free will push him back into that, oh, I'm not sure if it's the right time. I'm not sure if it's the right conditions. The I'm not sures, right? But the course corrections that are happening right now with the semi-sextile, we've got Chiron in with the North Node, those semi-sextile, they're like little course corrections along the way to get you to your destiny. And he's sitting pre-destiny, right? He's sitting pre-harvest. Harvest is due in the middle of September, right? Now, time is elastic, and twins, they all land at you might be on the front of the wave, at the end of the wave. You might not even be on this wave. Your harvest might be between you and the divine. Just know that free will is a powerful force. Twins come together in waves. Time is elastic. There's all of these other forces at play. But the big universal push that I'm reading of will see pre-harvest turn into harvest in mid-September. Okay? And then we look at October as being a hunter month. So we'll look at that a little bit further along. But pre-harvest is great. What's in his soul space now is working through his options, which isn't surprising, right? Because what did we just say? Is that he'll be heading down the highway going, I just have to talk to them. He'll be picking up the phone to dial your number or typing a message, and then he'll go, oh, what happens if I do that? What happens? What happens? What happens? All of the options that might tip him out of actually taking that action forward. But we're going to look for course corrections all the way along, right? The universe has got everything in motion that needs to be happening, and look, it's on their side. We might not see it, but I think this could be why you're feeling the push and pull of the devil and the divine. Honestly, it could be why Spirit is saying this is the advice. Because look at the challenge position. We've actually got the devil and the divine in the challenge position. They're the devil, you're the divine. The challenge is to overcome any fear, any jealousy, any vulnerability, any of the above. Now, what we see playing out is if you two, here's that original split particle, here's that original soul energy. Here you are in the split particle experiment, twin A, twin B, particle A, particle B. He is battling the devil, right? He is battling anything that might have come up in his world that has held him back from you. So anytime, this is what keeps him in pre-harvest. This is the course corrections that need to take place. Is this why it rises up for you, Divine Feminine? Is the push that he comes towards you, like he starts to feel confident, you start to feel shaky. He starts to feel like, all right, I'm going to stop again, and you go, oh. And then the polarities of that energy, they're shaking each other. There's nerves, there's worry, there's, oh my gosh, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of struggle, there's been abandonment, there's been rejection, there's been so many low vibe energies take place that you have had to fight through and overcome. But the divine is saying, fear not, Divine Feminine. We're given the masculine signs, right? We are giving the masculine signs. He will know what to do. He will know what to say. You're going to be okay. This is in process. You're seeing it and feeling it. They're seeing it and feeling it. What is the likely outcome? Oh, seriously, the Ten of Cups. That's getting everything that you want. Everything that you want. you come into focus and clarity. So for mine, when this comes back around, if it triggers all of these negative, difficult emotions, Spirit is saying that Divine Masculine will have what it takes to bring you into harmony, to fear not, even though it rises. And I suppose this is why I reflect on my journey with you so intensely. And even now, when I'm sitting in it, we go through these cycles still. The difference is that when we, at this point, we understand why the cycles are occurring and we're fighting for the understanding. Whereas once upon a time, when these cycles occurred, it was run a chaser all over. Boom, I'm out of here. Sorry, can't deal with it. I'm out. And look, Ricky had his runner cycle definitely. I'm reflecting on when the reverse was true, which is where I think Divine Feminine is headed, and I think that's why I feel like I want to settle there, and tell you that when it comes back, it doesn't make the pain of the journey suddenly dissipate, and if anything, you have to lean deeper into it. But the difference is they're right in front of you and you're explaining processes and concepts, and they're bringing back at you clarity and understanding and going, I just want to make it work. What do we got to do? How do we, what needs to be understood? What needs to be moved through? How do I give you the justice you deserve? How do I let you feel that I am your 10 Pentacles? How do I allow you, because look what was sitting here, darling. Look, you had the 9 of Pentacles. How do I let you feel that I am your 10 Pentacles? How do I let you know that the Divine has given me everything that I need to bring that 10th Pentacle into your life? And because I can be the 10 Pentacles, I'm going to deliver us into the 10 of Cups. Happy wife, happy life, right? Everything. And this is the 3D manifestation of it, because you don't need to worry about the 5D. It was always covered. It was always covered. It was never a problem. We just had to learn what to do with it. And here, this is where it comes back down and goes, all right, you know what to do with your 5D connection now. Can you trust it'll always be intact? Can you trust that everything we put you through is for your own good? It's all for your own benefit. And here you are. You are always going to be led by the Divine. And then once you come into the knowledge of what you need to do, look who follows. The next generation, right? The next generation. Here you are with your little house on the hill. You guys get to live the 3D version of connection, and you're going to lead the next generation in what it looks like to love unconditionally. Because to get through this Divine Feminine, to get through this energy, you need to sit in this. To dance everything that we've had to dance as twin flames, and to come out and look for these energies to be our truth. That's a process, right? It's a process, and what we'll be able to teach on the other side is how we did it. We'll be able to show what it looks like to love unconditionally. Because twins have had, you can imagine, I talk to a lot of twin flame, like a lot of people who are in this journey, and the challenges that people have had to overcome, they're different. Everyone has a different version of it, but essentially it's crossing a chasm. The differences between people, they go, I just don't understand why I feel this connection that I do. And I promise you, I talk to Divine Masculine too. There's more and more masculine coming forward asking for answers, and they feel this connection as intently as we do, and they cannot understand what the gap is. Why is it that this person just rolls round and round and round and round my head, but I can't be with her? I can't be with her. How can I be with her? We've got all of this in between us. And yet, somehow, some way, the Divine does what it needs to do to fill that trench and allow twins to just walk safely across the bridge into union, and then teach the next generation about what it took to get there. All of the ascension, all of the lessons, all of the burning off of an overzealous ego, all of the self-care, all of the clarity, all of the dramatic change, all of it is what we're going to teach moving forward. And I promise you, twins, the next 10 years, we're going to be needed. So we've got to figure it out between you and me, leaning on each other, talking back and forth. And I promise you, I promise you, the conversations that we have back and forth, like you teach me too. Like I'm sitting in this position reading the cards, and but like when I have conversations back, oh my gosh, I'm learning so much from the collective in return. It really is a give and take exchange. So, as beautiful as the validations are back to me, like I want to validate how much this community gives in return. How lucky are we all to know each other, honestly. All right. Let's go for a bit of Divine Love Oracle. What have we got? Let's read for the Divine Feminine first and see what we draw out of the Oracle for Divine Feminine. I love these cards, but they're big to, they're big to manage. And I created this. This was 10 years of twin flame up and down journey. These were paintings and drawings and expressions I made over the past 10 years, all reflecting different stages. And then when I looked at the collection that I had, I thought they have to be useful. So I created this deck. What have we got? What is this paint? Yeah, look, let's get one for Divine Masculine. Really? Wow. Yeah, look, and the connection. Are you going to love this? I'm already in love with this message. Seriously, because I'm gonna grab these here. There was more to that, wasn't there? There was one more. There was an ace. Oh, it's so perfect. It's so perfect. That's you, Divine Masculine, there. And here we go. What is this pain? What is this pain? What is this pain? Where did I have it? The Devil. What is this pain? Righto. What is this pain? This is the pain of ascension, right? And you have ascended and ascended and ascended and ascended. You've learnt the lessons. You're ready for union. Union comes back around, right? Why is it so difficult? Why? Why do these devil feelings arise when union is all that you've ever wanted? Why can't you control the feelings of jealousy? Why can't you control the feelings of fear? Why can't you control the feelings of vulnerability? And I'm being very, very, transparent in saying that it still bites me. We definitely find our way through it, and I am so blessed to be in the position now where it doesn't tear us apart. And I'm really, really grateful for the blessing. Do I still wrestle with the fact that the feelings still come up? And I go, I'm so ascended. But I'm so ascended. Why can't I just sit and not have to go another round of devil energies where he hasn't really done anything to deserve them. But under the Jupiter Chiron retrograde, anything that's in the shadows won't be hidden. And there'll be little triggers that take place that I come into this space and I go, why the frig am I feeling this pain? It's like I've learnt how to wear high heel shoes. I could climb Mount Everest in high heel shoes. Why is it that they're sticking pins in my toes still? Have I not done enough to not have to have these levels of trigger take place? And Spirit says to me, and until you've got to the bottom of what those energies are, when the cosmos comes around to put you in a place of magnified healing, you're going to go through it again. You'll go through it again and again and again and again and again until you've lent deeply enough into that pain for it not to be part of your energy field anymore. And all I can say is for it to rise up and bite me again, it means I still own it. It's still in the energy field. And what I want to say is it's mine. It's like none of this going, is it mine, is it Ricky's? It's mine. If I feel it, it's mine. It doesn't matter where the source of that energy has come from. If I am feeling it, it's mine to move on. So if you're feeling it, it doesn't matter if it's yours or if you're twins. It's your job to do something about it. If you want to stay swung out, and you know that I talk about my infinity little loop here, if you want to stay swung out on a limb, then you'll sit in these devil energies, and union will never be able to be held. The lessons that we've come through to get to this point, the things that we've put each other through, mean that there's there's still remnants of that that journey when you come into union that still need to be healed. And honestly, if I stay swung out on this devil energy and can't kick it back into neutral, then I will kick this connection out of union. That's the thing. So going toe to toe with the fact that I don't want to stay swung out on a limb. I want to kick it back into neutral as quickly as I can. So over the next few days, like I said, there's a couple of huge destiny points playing out that are designed to kick us back to the neutral point. Now, that's not to say that Ricky doesn't have his process going on. He definitely does, but it looks different. It looks different on his side. So it's like going, how do we kick him back into the neutral point as quickly as we can? I think the joy of being on this side of it is we know the job that has to be done, whereas once upon a time, it would have just busted everything wide open. So I think this comes in as a bit of a cautionary tale, if anything, Divine Feminine, that when unions come back online, I think our expectation is that, you know, that Two of Cups energy, you definitely get the Two of Cups energy, don't get me wrong, but this is still there to be worked through. And I would suggest that it's more magnified in this connection than probably, you know, what a non-twin connection would go through, because of the levels that it took to get you to this point. So when you go, what is this pain? This is the pain of holding twin flame love. This is the pain of a soul ascension journey when you're a twin flame, and it can make you feel, you know, we had our Empress there in a challenge position. It can make you feel like it might knock you out of Empress energy, but this is the fight. This is the fight that we're in. And guess what? Look, see what we've got here. We're God's warriors. We are. That's the energy of the connection. The work that's happening between twins right now, whether you're in union, separation, or just between you and the divine, and you've not even come into contact with your twin yet. We're here for a job, and the job we have to. Jolene, I'm going to quote you on this one. It was iron sharpens iron, right? Iron sharpens iron, and I went, that's quite literally what we're doing with each other. It's iron sharpening iron, and the lessons are huge. The pain is significant. What we do with it is everything, okay? It doesn't matter what phase of the journey that you're in. What we do with the pain, when it rises, iron sharpens iron, right? So we've got to learn to be the sharp iron. And when the Divine Feminine Collective is in pain, we've got to be there for each other, support each other, and know that it's process deeply embedded that's designed to get us moving on our journey. And once our iron is sharp on those machetes, we will carve a path like no other for the next generation to follow. We had our beautiful little Ten of Cups energy there with the next generation featured. That's what we're here to do. This pain is here to sharpen swords, and as one of us sharpens iron, we'll sharpen iron on each other, and we'll lead the next generation through. The divine, you're going to love this as a message. I kept it to last because I'm just in love with the fact that Divine Masculine drew this. Love, thy will be done, right? Thy will be done. Now, you know, do you know the Lord's Prayer? If you don't, I want to tell you it's a one-stop shop for when you're in pain. It actually, you know, throw religion aside. I'm not a religious person. You know, church has its place for those who need it, and I would never knock anyone who's on a path to seek understanding of the divine. If church is how you find it, power to you. I'm not a church-going person, but do I believe in the power of the Lord's Prayer? Yeah, I do. It's a one-stop shop. It's saying that His will be done. And you know what His will is for twins? Is to lead the next energy of love onto this earth plane. It's to deliver it for all of humanity. It's not just about you and your person. This is where the devil gets in the way, and thinking that they're, you know, what they've done or what they're doing is somehow designed to cause, you know, to take you down. It's not. It's designed to sharpen your iron, right? What is this pain that they're putting me through? They're putting me through the pain of learning my lessons so that love, thy will be done. Love, thy will be done. And I want to say to you that Divine Masculine understands this more than ever, even if he doesn't actually know what this doctrine is. It's here. Look, see this? The divine has handed the doctrine over. And at the moment, if the only place he understands it is here, then love thy will be done. It's a surrender. This is a point of surrender. Love, my soulmate, my love, my walk on this earth, my soul ascension journey, love thy will be done. And it is like, it's, I'd save this message to last because it stole my heart. And, you know, from where I'm sitting, I've seen this energy wake up, and it's not something that I ever would have imagined, ever would have anticipated. And for all the days where this comes upon us, this is where we lean into. Love thy will be done. Teach us what needs to happen. Teach us how to mend each other, to mend each other's hurts in this point in time. First we lean deep into the pain, and then we listen and we help and we support, because we know the next part of the journey is this one. Now, if this is only happening for you in the 5D space at the moment, then lean deep into that. Lean deep into that. I promise you that it's as effective as if they were here in the physical, working through this process with you. And I know the goal is the 3D. I know how much that's anticipated. I know how much that is wanted. I know how much in some cases it's needed. But I want you to know also that love will have its way. So if for now that this journey is making you feel like it wants to knock you out of your Empress status, I want you to hear this message from your divine masculine. He's saying, love thy will be done. If you have to go through another round of pain without me, then love thy will be done. I'll be there when I can be there. I'll be there when we're aligned with the journey. I will be there when the harvest, when it's our turn for the wave to crash for us. Just know, love, thy will be done. Hold it as a... It's really getting me in the feels. It's getting me in the heart how powerful that message is. The prayer, the Lord's Prayer, is really all about trusting that the divine knows what they're doing and the journey that they're putting you through when it's at its worst. Sit in prayer. Sit in prayer with the divine. Sit in contemplation. Whatever word you want to use. If prayer feels too churchy, sit in contemplation. Sit in meditation. But let the divine know where you are and that you surrender to his journey. You surrender to the divine path. And your divine masculine is saying right back at you, whether it's in 5D or 3D, that I've got you, I'm doing my bit, you do your bit, and love, thy will be done. Please hold that, as I hope I've translated how deeply I feel that message. This is you and your masculine. He sees you. You've gone to battle, you've learned, you've known, you've understood, and then you get tested again without him, and he says to you, love thy will be done. Big message. I'm going to stop there. I could say it all day long, but I won't. I'm going to wrap it up there, and I'm going to say, if you've hung in with this message this long, I really hope there was some uplifting messages there for you. That was a cracker of a reading, and it's only getting more beautiful and more intense as we kick towards those destiny energies of September. Wherever you sit on these waves, these energies are going to affect you, whether it lifts you up or knocks you over, whether you have to sit really intently with your dark side, or whether you just feel like me and Susie Sunshine. However it's pushing you through this journey, if there's one takeaway, just love thy will be done. Feel free to reach out to us here on YouTube, on any of our social platforms. I do my absolute best to get back in touch with everybody as quickly as I can. And our community is definitely growing. And I love that you feel confident to reach out and share your stories. It really does mean the world to us, because we want to help. We do. At the baseline of why we're here, doing what we're doing, we want to help. So definitely reach out. We'd love to hear from you. Until we share some more updates on this energy, I'm going to say it's in faith, hope, and love from me. It's bye from me for now.